we talked about one kind of aphrodisiac last time, and we've got different potions for attracting or catching a member of the opposite sex. And all of these apparently were used at one time or another by someone. All of these come from Vance Randolph's Ozark Magic and Folklore. Some of these just sound really strange. Pinning a small wasp nest to your underwear. That was, I'm assuming, we're talking about a paper wasp nest and not like a dirt dauber nest. That'd be harder to keep from crumbling. You'd have a mess in your underwear at some point there. But Millie's turkey beard concealed in clothing. Soaking fingernail trimmings in whiskey. Now, what you would do is you would soak them in there and then take them out before the whiskey was actually consumed. And you would want the person that you were sweet on to drink the whiskey and for them to be your fingernails. So, keep that in mind. You want to do it right. If you're,
You said the fingernails were still in there when I drank it?
No, you would. I think you would want to take them out. Yeah, that would. I hope so. Yeah. If you're drunk enough, you're not going to notice drinking a few fingernails, but clippings anyway. But I think it would be better to take them out. And tying a piece of cloth in a redbud or hawthorn tree.
I'm going to do that because I have a redbud tree, and I'll let you know if it works.
Okay. All right. And I don't know if, again, I'm guessing that the cloth or the tree sort of knows who your sweetheart is, or there may be some other part that I didn't put in there for that one because it seems kind of random,
It sounds like you're hedging your bet. If I don't catch a man, it's not your
Well, I am. Yeah, I don't want to be blamed for this, but it may work just because, or maybe say their name or something when you.
Maybe it's just any man.
That could be it. Maybe if you're just really, you're not really picky. It's just time to find a man. Then just try it, and somebody will wander in. For attracting a woman, there apparently are fewer options for attracting a woman. Maybe it's because men aren't as superstitious, or they just don't really care as much, or they're not going to do them, or they just wouldn't admit it. If they did silly stuff, like the powdered wild gander's foot in coffee. This is cut off a goose's foot, grind it up, and then put it in the coffee of your sweetheart or the woman that you want to be your sweetheart. Sounds reasonable enough to me, right? It sounds better than the dried tongue of a turtle dove hidden in a woman's cabin. You've got to go through a lot of trouble, to do that. The dried tongue of and I'm not sure where you would hide it. And you would have to be breaking and entering, to get it into her family's cabin. But probably the best thing is just not to overanalyze these things, because they kind of, fall apart when you start thinking about them a lot.